Welcome back out to another one of our standout students as we're joined with senior Zakiah Berry from Salida High School. And Zakiah, first of all, how has the senior year been going for you?
The senior year's been fun. It's pretty chill and laid back, but definitely enjoying it.
Classes obviously are kind of the biggest key. You want to finish out strong on that year. What are some of your favorite classes to take right now?
My favorite would be econ. It's cool to learn about how the economy and society works and what factors go into planning.
Econ's the favorite class right now, but is there any subjects that you really like diving into the most overall? Like if you could sit down in a class and take it for an entire day, what would you sit in on?
Definitely history. I like to learn about the past and how it not only affected way back then, but how what happened back then affected our future and into the present.
There's a lot of time periods to cover with history. You said U.S. history and kind of that area is one of your favorites, but what's the time period that you enjoy the most?
Probably the time period where they transition, the recovery part of World War I and starting to dive into World War II.
What about that time period kind of draws you in the most when you talk about that? There's so much going on in the country at that time. Is there anything that you really look at and kind of take to heart?
I really just look at how they learned from World War I and how it goes into how they use it.
Talk a little bit about the teaching styles that you like, because that always draws in how and what subjects you enjoy. What's a teacher look like in your eyes when you walk into a class? What do you expect?
My ideal version of a teacher is somebody that's open and can make the environment comfortable enough for me to learn.
Any teachers here at the school that really match that?
Definitely Nick Griffin. The first day of English, he just made that environment really good.
You're involved in a lot of stuff around the school. Before we talk about favorites, what makes you want to be so involved? What makes you want to interact so much with your student population?
I feel I really just like to talk. It's more about not only making everybody in the school feel more comfortable with coming to school, but making myself be in an environment that I can interact with, that I can just be comfortable.
What's your favorite club or group out of all the ones that you're in, and what's the reason?
I'd have to say my favorite would be Peer Mediation. It's a new club that I joined this year. I've learned to use a lot of what I learn in there, dealing with resolving conflict, not only within the club, but within my personal life and everything. So it just kind of transfers out of the school into my life.
As a senior, the next step of your life is starting to become obviously a bit more apparent. Where's the next step going to take you, and what do you want to do there?
I'm hoping to study special education. It's always been a little interest in my life, so I hope to go to a university, hopefully Adams, with my brother, to just kind of start my future.
When you come back to Salida, what are things that you remember or want to remember about this school? What's the favorite thing about coming through the doors?
I'd want to remember the excitement, the feeling of being a part of a community that has something in common.
There's always things to fix everywhere that you go, or things that you would improve about yourself and even change when you go back and do things. What would you tell yourself coming back through the doors 4 years ago or 3.5 years ago as a freshman? What would you want to do better?
I would definitely say, "Don't wait," would be the quote of the century. Just I would tell myself not to wait to get involved in everything, and to not wait to build all these relationships until the end is coming.
Great advice to pass on. Zakiah, thanks so much for the time, and congratulations on being our standout student. Good luck as you keep moving forward.
Thank you.